Hello, let's solve for x from here. Given x squared on 25 equals to 25 on x squared. Alright, so what we are going to do here is very simple. Now, when you have fraction equals to fraction, the best thing here is to do cross multiplication, okay, in order to get rid of the fractions. So that will be x squared times x squared equals to 25 times 25. So no more fractions. Okay, now when you have a times a, it's simply a squared. So this one times itself will be x squared or squared, and this side will also be 25 or squared. Now I would like to send the 25 squared to the left hand side, so that will be x squared or squared minus 25 squared. Okay, and I will left with 0 here. Okay, now this one is behaving like difference of two squares. Now we can write this one as x squared or squared, and this side can also be written as 5 squared equals 0. All right, now when we have a squared minus b squared is the same as a plus b, a minus b. So from here, a is x squared and b is 5 squared. Now my next step will be x squared minus 5 squared and x squared plus 5 squared equals to 0. So multiplication is commutative, so we are free to go. Now it means x squared minus 5 squared equals 0, or x squared plus 5 squared equals to 0. Now, since the highest power here is 4, okay, x squared times x squared, that will be x to the power 4. We are expected to get 4 solutions here. So x squared minus 5 squared, we will still apply the difference of two squares. That will be x plus 5, x minus 5. So x plus 5, x minus 5 equals 0. So we have our first solution, x plus 5 equal to 0, or x minus 5 equals to 0. So from here, x equals to minus 5, then x equals to 5. So we have two solutions here. So that is this. Okay, now let's observe the second one, x squared plus 5 squared, x squared plus 5 squared equal to 0. Now when we have a squared plus b squared is the same as a plus b. So this one will be complex because this side is plus, then complex. Okay, then a minus bi. Okay, or the same as x squared, and this one will be on the right hand side. That will be negative 25. So when you take square root, that will be plus or minus that. So it's the same as that, because this side will be negative, okay, square root of negative 25. So from here I can say x plus 5i x minus 5i equals to 0. So x plus 5i, okay, so the first one equal to 0, then x minus 5i equal to 0. So this side will be minus 5i, and this side will also be plus 5i. So the four solutions are, so x equals to 5, x equals to minus 5, x equals to 5i, x equals to minus 5i. Okay, so let's verify if indeed our answers are correct. Okay, so let's go back to the question. X squared on 25, 25 on x squared. So this is the question. Have 25 on x squared. So let's start with when x is 5. Now when x is 5, that will be 5 squared. 5 squared is 25 over 25. 25, okay, over 5 squared. So we have 25 over 25, 1 equals to 1. Now let's look at negative 25. So negative 5. So that will be negative 5 all squared, okay, over 25 equals to 25 over negative 5 squared. So this side will be 25 on 25, and we have 25 on 25. So they are the same. Okay, so it means the two answers, we have this and that, okay, they are correct. Now let's look at the complex part, if they are also correct. Now let's start with the 5i. So the 5i, so that will be 5i squared on 25. Now let's see, and we have 25 on, so let me use this one, okay, we are checking if they are the same. So and we have 5i squared. Now remember, I squared is negative 1, and square root of negative 1 is I. Let's note that, okay? So this side will be 5 squared I squared, that will be 25 I squared on 25. We have 25 on 25 I squared. Now I squared is negative 1, okay? So that will be negative 25 on 25, and this side will be 25 on negative 25. So this side will cancel, leaving negative 1 here. This one will cancel, leaving negative 1 here. And we can conclude that the 5i is also correct. Now let's look at the last one, negative 5i. Now with the negative 5i, remember we are to square everything, okay? So that will be negative, so let's put it here, negative 5i all squared, negative 5i all squared. So square negative will be positive, so that will be 25 I squared on 25. equals 25 on 25 I squared. And indeed, we are we are back to the 5 i's, whereby this side is -1. So that will be minus 25 on 25 equals to 25 on minus 25, which are the same. All right, so subscribe to this channel for more exciting videos. So this one is also correct.